Welcome to our fourth quarter carrier update series, where in every episode, I sit down with a different insurance company representative and ask them what you can expect during the upcoming renewal season. In this series, you'll get product updates directly from the carriers, like what do the new plan designs look like, or is there a network option that you need to be aware of, or what plan designs offer the most savings potential for your prospects and your clients, or what tools and resources does the insurance company make available to you in all those efforts. At the end of the day, we want you to win more business and retain your clients during a busy renewal season. So tune in, buckle up, and enjoy the show. Hello, and welcome to our final video in the fourth quarter carrier update series with Legacy Brokers. I'm your host, Jason Powers, and today I actually don't have anybody joining me as a guest. Due to some scheduling conflicts, we were unable to secure a meeting with a representative from our featured carrier today. Our featured carrier is Aetna, and we'll go through some of the exciting things that they've got going on for the fourth quarter. I hope you've enjoyed the series. If this is the first video you're watching, please go back to episode 1 and watch them all the way through. We've got carriers from all across the region that have participated in the series, and we appreciate all of their work. If you are not familiar with Aetna or their small group products in our market here in Kansas City, Aetna, for years, we really had the product from Coventry Healthcare. And if you're on the east side of the state of Missouri, it was GHP. And if, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, Aetna bought Coventry. And then most recently, CVS Health bought Aetna, and that's the new product we have, at least in our small region here in the Midwest. In the small group arena, the Aetna product that you're probably familiar with is their Aetna Funding Advantage, otherwise known as AFA. And they actually do a product reboot in September every year. So their stuff has been out for a couple of months now, but I wanted to take some time just to kind of recap some of the things that they've got going on and make sure that you know what their differentiators are. So we'll jump right into it. I mentioned it's the AFA product that's in their small group arena for groups under 50. In many markets now, they're actually able to get that coverage down to groups as small as 2 enrolled. So double check with your Aetna rep or our staff here in the office at Legacy Brokers, and we'll be happy to let you know what their size threshold is in your state. The Aetna Funding Advantage is a level funded plan. If you're familiar with Legacy and what we do here, we do specialize in the partially self-funded plans. Aetna AFA is one of those that does operate in a level funded environment. Does have participation requirements like most other group products. They have a 1260 excess loss contract, which gives 48 months of run out to groups that participate in their self-funded plan. They share 50% of the surplus, which is returned in the 4th month after the renewal. If a group terminates after the renewal, there is no surplus return. There is some claims reporting that Aetna shares with clients and the advisors that can be used to really figure out how the plan's performing and make some other decisions about the product itself. In our market, there's 61 Aetna open access plans available, and groups can choose up to 4 of those at any given time to offer to their employees as a package, with deductibles ranging from 0 all the way up to $8,150. A couple of new things that they've done over the course of the 9/1 product relaunch, if you will, is they've changed the formulary to this advanced control plan, and that is part of more of the integration into CVS Health as a way to offer lower cost alternatives on the prescription drug side. From an underwriting perspective, Aetna moved away from GRX in the small group arena, and they have gone to IMQs, or individual medical questionnaires. So applications, essentially. They do accept FormFire. So if you are already familiar with how to quote with legacy brokers, and you're using our FormFire account, you know that we can use those applications to secure an underwritten proposal from Aetna. But they have moved away from the GRX. I think they were one of the first carriers really to venture into that GRX arena. One of the things that Aetna likes to tout, at least in our 4-state region here, is that back from March of 19 through February of 2020 anyway, 53% of the groups in that 4-state region had a surplus in their claims fund, averaging just over $9,000 per group. So when you start considering some of the sizes that Aetna writes, it's a pretty substantial return of premium in the form of a surplus payout for some of those small groups. With the CVS acquisition, you're going to start to see more and more CVS Health branded features and products. One of those is the CVS Health Hub, and at least in our market, what you'll start to see is a shift from just having a walk-in clinic to in the pharmacy to having an actual standalone CVS Health Hub, which is going to provide more services than a walk-in clinic would provide. They'll actually be able to provide an entire care team in those Health Hub locations, being able to treat a range of services from just a routine health screening on up to actual chronic care management. So be on the lookout for the CVS Health Hub as it integrates into all things Aetna. They do still have, CVS still has minute clinics in pharmacies across the country, and in an AFA plan, you'll note that many of the AFA plans have a $0 copay for services performed at a minute clinic. So it's essentially just like most plans have some sort of urgent care benefit. Aetna AFA plans do still have an urgent care benefit at other urgent care facilities with a copay that's specific to those facilities. But at minute clinics, there'll be a $0 benefit, so a $0 copay benefit, which is fantastic. All of that kind of gives this AFA full circle idea of not just the minute clinic, but also tying in telemedicine benefits so that members can still have access to virtual health. Aetna internally handles all their disease management. And then moving on to wellness, Aetna has the Attain by Aetna app that members can download on their smartphone. It actually integrates directly with the Apple Watch. So if you've noticed a few years back, Aetna was really pushing the Apple Watch incentive inside their wellness program. So it's a natural progression to develop their own wellness app that integrates with the Apple Watch pretty seamlessly. PeerFit is for it's a monthly credit that gets given to members for use on virtual classes or classes at a gym or fitness center that participate in their PeerFit network. So it's a little bit more than just a wellness app. Obviously, Aetna cares about its members, and so they've got this employee assistance program or EAP that comes with every Aetna AFA program, and then the dashboard for personal health records as well. And then as you integrate CVS into the Aetna product, you'll note that members have access to the Extra Care card, which gives them discounts inside the CVS Health stores off of CVS Health brand products. So you'll start to see more communication to Aetna members as CVS becomes more and more integrated into that program. All right. So a couple things have happened with this 9.1 product release or relaunch. and that is that they've expanded their portfolio of products to include value and essentials plans. Those are going to be the lower cost plans, lower cost than some of the old just open access choice product plans. 5 to 12% is what they're promoting here in this flyer. 5 to 12% savings on the products versus some of their old open access plans. I pulled up just to kind of give you an idea. Pulled up their standard plan grid, and standard plan grid has all of their different plan options available, with deductibles that range all over the place, and HSA plans, et their essentials, the open access Aetna Select Essentials plans are a little different. They're going to be the higher end deductibles and the higher end out of pockets. But you'll see some of these plans still have a copay for primary care physicians, still have a copay for some of the lower cost pharmacy or prescription drugs, but they've got some higher end out of pocket ranges that will promote savings on the back end. So if you need access to these product grids, be sure to reach out to someone here at Legacy, and we will send them to you. So if you've got a quote that you're looking at on an AFA product, and you're looking to submit, they do have a pretty extensive submission process that we go through. And within that process, there is a specific timeline that we've got to make sure that we follow. And you'll note, if you've ever worked with us on an Aetna submission, we try to get everything in by the 15th of the month before the effective date, which is a challenge as we enter the fourth quarter, because everything happens sort of last minute on most cases. Essentially, as long as we can get the sales notice submitted to underwriting on the 3rd, so if we're looking at a December one, on the 3rd of December, which is after the effective date, or on the 4th of January for a January 1 case, which is after the effective date, and get all additional required documents submitted within it looks like 6 days after for the December ones, and 4 days after for the January ones, we should be good to get the case issued. Obviously, the sooner the better for access to ID cards and access to care, especially if you've got individuals that take medications on a pretty regular basis. They're going to want their actual ID cards so that they can go to the pharmacy and fill their prescriptions. But good to know that they are a little flexible on those timelines as we enter the busy season. Something that's something they kind of release every year is this admin fee credit. What that is this year is for cases with effective dates of June 1st through December 1st. It's a $100 admin fee credit per enrolled employee, and that gets applied to their second and third month's bills. On a case of 25 employees, it's a credit of $2,500 towards their admin fees. Remember, the admin fees are a component of their fixed cost. It's not the entire fixed cost. And that is on cases that get submitted with individual medical questionnaires. We talked about that's really the direction that they're heading. If you have cases with more than 50 employees, so the larger group side, the 51 to 100 eligible, they are still doing GRX underwriting for those cases, but you got to have a minimum of 25 enrolled. So we'll still do a member level census template. You got to have the plan elections in that census if there are multiple plans being offered by the employer. Obviously, all the group demographics, current rates, renewal letter, summary of benefits, all the normal stuff in order to get through the underwriting process. And it does have to be the renewal letter from the actual carrier. It can't be the spreadsheet from the incumbent broker. So be sure that you make the delineation there. If a renewal on a case of 51 to 100 is coming in at 40% or higher, they're not going to accept GRX underwriting. They're going to ask for individual medical questionnaires. They're also going to ask for those on groups that don't currently have a plan. Or if you've got two smaller companies that are merging to get to be a larger 51 plus case, or groups that are currently in a trust or a MIWA or an association, or if they're shopping off anniversary. All those things will trigger underwriting asking for the individual medical questionnaire. So just make note that it's not always MIWA, or I'm sorry, not always GRX in that 51 to 100 space with Aetna, but as long as it meets the criteria, they will still GRX the case. So that's it in a nutshell for Aetna. Those are the updates that I've been given for distribution to the market. If you have cases that you're working on, or cases that we've already quoted, and you have an Aetna proposal that you're interested in learning more about, be sure to reach out to our office, and we'll help you work through it and get the case issued. If you have questions or cases with other carriers or other quotes that you've seen from our office, now's the time to call. The earlier the better, as we get closer and closer to the end of the year. Timing is critical when you're trying to put these plans together, and we're happy to be right there alongside you. We have your back the whole way. So that's all I've got for this episode. We hope you have enjoyed all 12 episodes of our fourth quarter carrier updates this season. Tune in to our next series, which will be released here probably after the first of the year. We hope to see you back, and happy selling. Happy fourth quarter. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this episode in our fourth quarter carrier update series. Be sure to check out all the episodes on our website at www.legacybrokerskc.com, and follow us on LinkedIn to join in the conversation. And let us help you with your fourth quarter cases. Whether you have a tough renewal that you need help with, or you have a new prospect, we shop the entire market to get the most competitive rates available for you every single year. Let our expertise in self-funded group health plans be your competitive advantage. We provide an entire suite of back office support services for agents, from quoting to case install and renewal support. We have your back every step of the way, always here to help agents just like you when you need us. So send us your RFP today. See for yourself.